Hello everyone and welcome back to Coach Craig Sports. Today is Sunday, December 5th, and this is the NBA DFS video for today. So in this video, I'm going to be going over the recap of yesterday's picks, seeing how they turned out, talking about the injuries in play for today's slate. It is a small 3-game main slate overall, and there is going to be quite a bit of news there. And then going over my picks for FanDuel and DraftKings as well for tonight's slate. We're going to start off with yesterday's picks. So on the DraftKings side, had Dennis Schroeder at the point guard position. $5,700, looking for about 29 points on me. Got to 52, so he was a massive hit there. Jalen Brunson, $4,900. No Luka Doncic, no Kristaps Porzingis. Looking like Jalen Brunson chalk night, pretty much was. $4,900, looking for 25 points on me. Got to 31.25, so he was a hit as well. Chris Middleton stayed the same at the small forward position. $7,500, looking for about 38 points on me. Got to 42.5, so he was a hit. Then a power forward, we have Maxi Kleber. $4,100, looking for 21 points out of him. He got to 20.75, so he was a hit as well. And then last but not least, Dwayne Dedmon at that price down spot. $3,700, looking for about 19 points on him. He got to 29.5, so he was a hit. So a perfect 5 for 5 day on the DraftKings side with some pretty good value there as well. Then on the FanDuel side, we had Dennis Schroeder once again, $5,200, looking for 26 points on him. He got to 49.8, so he was a good hit there as well. Jalen Brunson, $5,000, we're looking for 25 points on him. He got to 30.6, so he was a hit as well. Then Chris Middleton, $7,400, looking for 37 points on him. He got to 38.7, so he was a hit. Then Maxi Kleber at the power forward position, $4,700, looking for about 24 points on him. He got to 19.8, so he was a miss. Only 2 for 8 shooting from the field. Thought maybe he'd take a little bit more shots without some of those other guys in the lineup. I did have Bobby Portis pretty much in all my FanDuel lineups. Just didn't leave him in the core initially, but I still had a ton of exposure to him as well, and he had a monster day. And then last but not least, I played Robert Williams at the center position. Thought maybe without Al Horford he'd get like 28 minutes. Just didn't quite end up happening in that game yesterday. $5,900. We were looking for about 29, 30 points on him. He got to 19.1. He was a miss. Only ended up playing 21 minutes in that game. Just not a lot of production overall in terms of rebounds, blocks, the things that you would expect out of Robert Williams in general. But with that being said, we'll get moved over into injuries and play for tonight's slate. So I did mention already that it is a 3-game main slate. There is the one afternoon game between the Jazz and the Cavaliers. For the Jazz, Hassan Whiteside is questionable. We'll see if he ends up playing today or not. If he doesn't play, obviously Rudy Gobert could get a couple extra minutes there. And then somebody else is going to pick up that backup center run as well. And then for the Cleveland Cavaliers, Dean Wade's out once again. And then Dylan Windler and Cedi Osman are both game time decisions, questionable to play. Then we move over to the main slate. We got a 6 o'clock start time overall and the 7 o'clock for the late game on the slate. So we should know most of this news ahead of time at the very least. For the Charlotte Hornets, they had a massive COVID outbreak. So they got 4 players in COVID protocol at this point in time. Terry Rozier, Mason Plumlee, Jalen McDaniels, and LaMelo Ball. So obviously there's 3 starters there and a key rotation player. Cody Martin is game time decision. We'll see if he plays tonight or not. He's been out for a little while with his own non-COVID illness. But overall, this starting lineup that you do see here is pretty much what I would expect for them. Most of these guys are going to be pretty decent value plays, although they did get priced up a little bit on both sites as well. For the Hawks, Hunter and Bogdanovich are both out once again. Then Trae Young, Cam Reddish, and Kevin Huerter are all listed as questionable to play. We'll see who ends up playing out of that trio. Obviously, if these guys miss, there's going to be a ton of value overall in this game. And it's probably going to make it a little bit more back and forth game, not as much blowout risk in that case as well. For the Wizards, Thomas Bryant and Rui Hachimura are out once again, so no changes there. For the Raptors, they're without OG Anunoby, Kem Birch, and Goran Dragic, so pretty much what we've been seeing out of them as of late. Moving down to the Pelicans, we got Zion Williamson and Didi Lozada still out. Josh Hart is questionable to play. He's missed the past couple of games. No real indication if he'll be back tonight or not. I'm just going to assume he's out at this point in time. Then for the Houston Rockets, they are without John Wall, Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, and Usman Garuba. So obviously the biggest one there is the Kevin Porter Jr. being out. Probably see DJ Augustine in that starting lineup and Amani Brooks taking over some of that backup point guard run as well. But with that being said, that's a quick little rundown on all the injuries for this short little 3-game slate. But there is going to be a lot of things that we're actually looking out for prior to lock. So my picks that I am sharing with you now could definitely change throughout the day as well. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to DraftKings and talk about my picks over there. So we're going to start off at the point guard position with Ish Smith, $4,800. He is most likely to be the starting point guard. Really the only point guard they have left on this roster at this point in time. So you're looking for 24 points out at that $4,800 price tag. I got him projected for about 27, 28 points tonight. Then at shooting guard, we got Amani Brooks, $3,700. Looking for 18, 19 points out of him. He should see more minutes tonight, and I currently have him projected for about 20 points. If he's in that starting lineup, it's going to be even better for him tonight. Then at small forward position, we got Kelly Oubre, and he's $6,100, looking for 30, 31 points out of him. Obviously, there's going to be more minutes, should be in that starting lineup, been over 30 points as of late as well, so got him projected currently for 33 points tonight. Then we got a couple teammates of his as well with PJ Washington, $5,700, looking for about 28, 29 points at him. Got him projected for 30 points tonight. Definitely going to have a lot of minutes and a lot of run, maybe a little bit extra shot volume as well. And then Nick Richards at that center position at that bare minimum $3,000 price tag. He doesn't have to do a lot to really pay off for this price tag. I currently have him projected for about 18 to 20 minutes, about 18 fantasy points. So that's a 6 times value on that $3,000 price tag. Definitely going to be something that you want on tonight's slate overall. But if you go with these 5 players I do have listed here, you'll have $26,700 remaining, $8,900 per player. So you could obviously pay up for some players. There's not much in terms of pay up options because LaMelo Ball is out. Trae Young may be out in this game as well. So you're looking at guys like Christian Wood, Fred VanVleet, Bradley Beal, Brandon Ingram, people like that. Not the greatest names in the world. So maybe you can pay up a little bit in the mid-range as well. If you want to do that over one of these guys, definitely an option there as well. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to FanDuel and talk about my picks over there. So once again, we got Ish Smith at that point guard position, $5,000, looking for 25 points out. I'm currently having him projected for 27 points tonight. As I mentioned on the DraftKings side, he is essentially the only point guard they have left that's active on the roster. So he's probably going to play 30 to 32 minutes in this game. Somebody else is probably going to have to fill in a little bit of those minutes, but I would expect him to be very involved overall. Then it's shooting guard position. I'm going with Eric Gordon, just switching it up a little bit here at $5,200. 26 points is what we're looking for out of him. I got him projected for 27 points tonight. Definitely takes a little bit of an uptick without Kevin Porter Jr. in that lineup overall. Moving down to small forward, we got Gordon Hayward, $7,600. A little bit of a price up spot for him, but he's been playing better as of late. Plus, now you got all these other guys that are not playing in the lineup. So Gordon Hayward should take that extra step up. Maybe a primary ball handler tonight. Maybe gets you a couple extra assists, a couple extra buckets, and that's really all you need out of him tonight. So $7,600, got him projected for about 39, 40 points tonight. Then at the power forward position, we got Christian Wood, $8,700. He's been playing very well as of late, besides the game that he did injure his ankle, but he came right back last time out and looked pretty good as well. $8,700, looking for about 44 points out. I'm got currently projected for 45 points tonight. Has a little bit upside for more if he's playing well. Then last but not least, at that center position, we got PJ Washington once again, $6,000. Looking for 30 points out. I'm getting projected for 30 points once again tonight. Not a lot of value overall at the center position here, but a guy that should be playing big minutes, a guy that should be slightly more involved on this team that is missing quite a few pieces tonight. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players on the FanDuel side, you have $27,500 remaining, just under $6,900 per player. So this is looking more like a balanced build approach. Maybe there's some other value that opens up through the day that allows you to pay up for other players. But like I mentioned on the DraftKings side, there's not a lot of guys to pay up for on this slate overall. So it's a very interesting slate, and I think it's going to be a very challenging one and a very good one at the same time. But with that being said, these are my picks for both FanDuel and DraftKings for today, December 5th. As always, if you have any questions related to NBA DFS, be sure to leave them down in the comments below and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Also, be sure to let me know your favorite play on tonight's slate, whether it's on DraftKings or FanDuel. Definitely interested in hear what you guys have to say. I'll also be listing all the injury updates and starting lineups down in the comments below throughout the day. But with that being said, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Definitely would appreciate it. It helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewers, helping you with your DFS, whether it's NBA or NFL, helping you with your fantasy football teams. And then with that being said, if you are a new or current subscriber who's yet to do so, also hit that notification bell down below. It's going to let you know every single time I post up a new video. And like I've been saying, I post up daily NBA DFS videos just like this, as well as 4 to 5 days of fantasy football or NFL DFS content throughout the week. So if you're into any of that at all, which I'm guessing you're at least into the NBA DFS part, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you have that notification bell turned on so you never miss a beat. But with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And then last but not least, special little shout out to each and every one of you watching today's video. I truly do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Definitely means a lot to me, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.